Hello, I'm Ollie and this is Criminally, where I talk about crime, pulp, horror, that kind of thing. Today it's Monday, so it must be Manga Monday. So let's start by talking about the future of Manga Monday. So I mused in a video the other day that not many people seem to watch these manga videos. And the people who do watch them seem to enjoy them and engage with them. But they are definitely not as popular as some of my other videos. But I am really enjoying the experience of reading manga and talking about manga. And lots of people responded to that video by saying, no, we really like Manga Monday, keep doing it. So I think I'm going to keep doing it. And I think actually probably having one video a week that people feel like they don't have to watch because they don't like manga is probably no bad thing. Because seven times a week is probably too much for anybody. So anyway, I will continue with this. So let me talk about the 4 things I've read this week. So I've got 3 of them physically, and Attack on Titan, as you'll know if you've been watching this for a while, I read on my Kindle. So let's do the 3 physical ones first. So first up, the cutest thing I'm reading at the moment, Spy Family. So this is volume 4 of Spy Family. Oh, and as always, I will put chapters in this so you can skip about should you want to avoid any spoilers. Although I will try and keep spoilers to a minimum. So this was really fun. I mean, Spy Family is always really fun. So if you haven't seen these videos before, it's about a kind of super spy guy called Twilight who has to basically create a family for himself for a mission, and he ends up like fake marrying this woman who's an assassin, but he doesn't know she's an assassin, so she's doing it for her own reasons. And they adopt this girl from an orphanage, a little girl who's psychic, but they don't know that she's psychic. So there's loads of opportunities for kind of comedy and farce. The little girl is now going to this like really posh school where she needs to befriend the son of the guy that Twilight is targeting. So like the target of his mission, who he has to get information from. This book introduces another character, the dog who's on the cover. I won't tell you the name of the dog because that's kind of a bit of a thing in the book, them trying to decide what to call him. But yes, she decides, the little girl's decided she wants a dog. And she ends up meeting, of course it's not a normal dog, she ends up meeting a dog that can see the future. Okay, so she ends up meeting this dog, and there's an incredible, just a sequence that so perfectly encapsulates what I love about this. So she's met this dog at like a dog fair or something like that, and because she's psychic, she can read its mind. So she's picking up on the fact that that there's some terrible things going to happen in the future. So this dog is having a premonition that something is going to happen to Twilight, who's her proxy dad, the little girl's proxy dad. And she can see a clock in this vision, so she knows what time this disaster is going to happen. So she goes on a mission with the dog to try and stop, to avert disaster, and save her proxy dad. But the thing is, because she's really little, she can't actually tell the time. So you've got this fantastic sequence, which is like a race against time sequence, which is such a classic trope of kind of spy fiction, but where the main character can't actually tell the time. So she doesn't really know how much time she's got left. She doesn't know if it's minutes or hours or whatever. And it's just beautifully done. Really, really funny. Really exciting and tense as well. And the dog is a wonderful character. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of the dog. So now you've got 4 characters, all with kind of weird superpowers almost. None of whom really know that the other ones have got these superpowers. It's just a joy. It's really good fun. Completely different, could not be more different. Blood on the Tracks volume 4. So this continues to be really disturbing. So this is the story of the relationship between a mother and a son, and the mother does something terrible in the first volume. I won't say any more than that. She does something terrible in the first volume which haunts both her and the son, and it's about him. Well, both of them kind of trying to come to terms with it, but she is clearly a psychologically very damaged person, and she is acting in completely appalling ways around her son, basically. So in this one, and do skip forward if you want to avoid spoilers if you're reading the series. In this one, there's a girl at his school who has, you know, kind of befriended him in the past, and they end up dating in this one, and it's about their kind of relationship and the mum's reaction to that relationship. So you kind of, after the third volume, which was just incredibly dark and threatening, and you really felt like the kid was going through appalling stuff, in this one there's like a glimmer of hope in this relationship with this girl, which I suspect is not going to end well. But yeah, it's really, really effective stuff. It's really disturbing, and as I've said before, it's just the artwork in this is so fantastically done. You know, just simple, you know, very simple line drawings, but I really do think he does a fantastic job. But the other thing he does wonderfully is just the way he lays out the panels, the artist. It really does have a filmic feel to it. So I really do rate this. I think it's really superb. Moving on then, something much sillier. So this was Chainsaw Man Volume 4. So Chainsaw Man is kind of a kind of, I don't even know what it is, a gross out, over the top kind of comedy horror thing about this guy who is a chainsaw demon and can transform himself into this guy with like chainsaws for arms, and he's a demon hunter as a result, and works with this team of other demon hunters. This one I thought was my least favourite of the series so far. It just felt like it got a bit too silly. It does continue to be exciting, and there's some really good gross monsters in this, and a lot of action. But it wasn't as the previous installments, previous volumes have all been, you know, really kind of lent into the humour side of things, and I didn't feel like this did as much, or at least when it didn't do it as successfully. So I did not enjoy this one as much as previous ones, but I will continue with the series. What I should say as well is, as I said in a previous episode of this, so Chainsaw Man and Spy Family are both available via an app I've discovered recently, the Shonen Jump app, which you pay a monthly subscription for, and you can read as much as you want, basically. So I'm going to, these are the final physical volumes I've got of these, so I'm going to I'm going to try switching to reading them in the app, because it'll be an awful lot cheaper, and I may start reading One Piece as well via that app. So yes, this will be the last time you see these physically, but I'll continue reporting back on how I get on with them, and I'll also do like a mini review of the app itself and let you know how that works out for me. So the final thing I read then was Attack on Titan Volume 6, which I read on my Kindle Scribe. So Attack on Titan, a grand post-apocalyptic kind of, well, epic. Epic, I think, is the only word to describe it, about a future where humans live in these kind of walled cities, and there are these creatures called Titans, which are like huge humanoid figures which roam the land and eat people and smash stuff up and that kind of thing. And it centres on a group of young people who are, you know, in various military organisations trying to fight the Titans. And it's just, so this one in particular opens with this extended sequence, which is like a running battle with this huge female Titan, which is just breathtakingly exciting. It's just so well done. It's really, really gripping and dynamic, and again, you know, filmic. It feels like something that would just be wonderful as a movie, but the way it's laid out on the page works really, really well, and it's got a real energy to it. So really, really enjoyed reading that. And then it gets into, later on in that volume, gets into more kind of in-depth stuff about starting to learn more about the origins of the Titans. I'm starting to form some of my own ideas about what that might be. This is a minor spoiler. So one of the characters, Eren, can like transform into a Titan and control this huge figure when he's transformed. And I suspect there's more to that than meets the eye at the moment. But yeah, really, really exciting and engaging, and I don't know if moving is the right word, but you do care about the characters, and you want things to work out well for them. So yeah, I'm continuing to really enjoy that one as well. So I hope you found that interesting. Thanks for watching and for keeping Manga Monday alive. If you're one of the people who commented, told me to keep doing it. Let me know what you've been reading manga-wise this week. And as always, thanks very much for watching. Hope you're safe and well out there. Hope you're reading good stuff. And I'll speak to you again very soon. Cheerio.